Maddie, we always had a lot of play dates, but I noticed at about 2 years old, she, maybe it was more like 2.5, she had a little bit of a speech delay. She started to talk normal, and then something happened. I think she just had an ear infection, and then she regressed a little bit. So I started working with a speech pathologist. We tried to go through the state's birth to 3 program, but she missed the qualification by 1 point. So I had to find somebody else that I could work with, and we brought her back to where she needed to be. But since that happened, it was always something that I needed to focus on. I wanted to make sure that she didn't fall behind again. So, we always made sure to read. She loves to read, so we did a lot of reading with her. My husband remembers seeing commercials of Hooked on Phonics as he was a kid growing up on TV. So, he didn't give me a hard time about it at all. He was actually a little bit excited that I wanted to help push along Maddie's education. But, with her background, with having that 6-month speech delay, he also knows that that's my focus, is to make sure that there is no chance of her regressing, that I want to push her forward. I watched Maddie just start to do things, and I saw what she was good at, and I saw that she wanted to learn more, or I saw which direction I needed to help build her education. It's not something that I planned out right away on how that would go. I mean, my background, I'm a carpenter. I don't know anything about childhood education. Just the timing was perfect because Maddie had just started showing an interest in reading. She, you give her a book and she thinks that she knows it. She looks at the pictures and she tries to do it, and she'll make up her own story in her own words. But she'll, we needed to do something. So just timing worked out, and I got in touch with you guys, and we got the program, and she loves it. She loves the stories. She loves the time that we spend tracing the letters and looking at the flashcards and making the silly noises that the animals or the other things go. And the video is just incredible. We watch it in the car. That's the only movie she's allowed to watch in the car. But every night after bath time, after I put my youngest down, Alexis, then Maddie comes downstairs, and she wants to watch her Hooked on Phonics video. And she's right there. She's doing everything that they're doing. That she's doing all the sounds of the letters. She's singing along. She's dancing. She's having a blast. So it's a great program that she really enjoys, and we're happy that we did it because we think it really has helped her, again, with her speech talking a little bit more clearly and just in general. I feel that the video is better than anything else that I've really seen. It's very interactive, which I think is very important for those educational videos. You don't want your kid just to sit there and watch TV, then their brains turn to mush. But if they're really enjoying the program, and if they're getting up and dancing and singing and doing everything that the video is telling them, then I think that's great, because I don't feel like the TV is my babysitter. Then I feel like I'm almost there doing it with her. I do feel that this is really preparing her for kindergarten and for everything else. It just, she's in preschool right now. She's on her 2nd year of preschool. She's 4. She's going to start all-day kindergarten next year. And I know in school they've last year they said they weren't even going to focus on the alphabet. That was something that they'd focus on with the 4-year-old program. But she knows the whole alphabet already, which is great. She knows what each sound makes, which is key. That's how she's going to identify those words. So I feel, she can't write her name yet, but I feel like she can do other things that is ahead of the other kids in her class already. When I'm looking at the school program now and what they're learning, they seem to be doing everything so much earlier than when I was a child, and it's a little scary, and you're trying to figure out the best ways to keep your child, competitive, that you want them to know everything and you want them to do better than the other kids. I mean, everybody wants to do that. So, but I think Hooked on Phonics is a great way to help build that up. Most of the time, Lexi is actually with me and Maddie working on the program, and I've seen she's 15 months old and she's already starting to say the alphabet. She's repeating letters, not. It's you have to listen carefully, but she's trying to imitate those sounds. So I know it's going to be a while off, but she's definitely trying to be like big sister, reading and saying things, and you get the animals, and she's trying to make the noises of the animals. So Lexi's starting to work on it already, and it's in my head that once she's 3 and can really kind of follow it, then we're going to start her on the beginning program. If I had to rate Hooked on Phonics, I'd give it an A plus or a 10 out of a 1 to 10 score. It's a great program. I love the books, the stories that you get, the activities that you can do with your child, and the movies they're phenomenal. They're just very, very interactive. My daughter Lexi, she loves the flashcards. That's her favorite part of the program. It's probably because they're small and she's small and she can hold them. It's not a problem. But she looks at them and she sees there's a letter on one side and there's a picture on the other side that identifies. And she doesn't associate that yet. I'd like to think in the back of her brain somehow there's going to be a connection one day. But she looks at it and she sees, for the animals at least, she can see like the cow and she'll make the moo sound. So Lexi's definitely enjoying the program already. If somebody's been on the fence or if they've come and asked me about the Hooked on Phonics program, I would tell them find a way to get the program for your child. It's something fun that you can do with the children, but it's very educational. It's something that they're really going to enjoy. It's really going to help them along. At 4 years old, the kids really do want to learn how to read already. They're very excited about it. They're at the age where they want to do everything by themselves. It's not just that they want to sit there and let mommy help them with things. They want to do it. And I think it's a great way to help them start that process. We've been using the program for about 2 months now, and I can't remember what the exact word was, but she's looking at a book and she reads this actual word. She's like, "Mommy, I know what that word says." And you get a little bit teary-eyed as a mom, like just with anything else, the lessons that you've been trying to teach. But it's just a phenomenal feeling knowing that they get it. Any life lesson that I've taught her already, you just don't forget that. That's what makes it great to be a parent. You're watching your kids grow and you get those little things and you just get that big feeling and you just want to grab them and just, yay, you get it. All your hard work is not for nothing.